A very good day to you and welcome to the program. It's just so great to be with you again. And I've got Snowy with us today, and he's just sitting here just enjoying the nice shade next to these hay bales that we make for winter feed for our cattle and our horses if we run out of grass. I want to speak to you today about surrender. Surrender. If you look at John chapter 4 and verse 34, Jesus said, "My meat, my food is to do the will of him who sent me and to finish his work." That's why Jesus was totally surrendered to his Father's will. Okay, he says, if you've seen the Father, you've seen me. Jesus is actually God in flesh. That's why I love him so much. He's my best friend. Folks, James Hudson Taylor was a missionary that took the gospel to China. And he literally surrendered his life for the sake of the gospel. By the way, the biggest revival, they tell me, in the whole world is taking place today in mainland China through the house church movement. You see, James Hudson Taylor sowed good seed, and it cost him his life. He took out 1,000 families. They were preaching the gospel all over that continent of China, the biggest population group in the whole world. Then the Boxer Rebellion broke out, and many of those missionary families were slaughtered, husbands, wives, and children, for the sake of the gospel. But you see, the Bible tells us clearly that we need to surrender ourselves. See, Paul said, I have been crucified with Christ. Galatians chapter 2 verse 20. It is no longer I who live, but Christ who lives in me. The life I now live in the flesh, I live by faith in the Son of God who loved me and died for me. These people said, we died before we left. They say the blood of the martyrs is the seed of the church. When we surrender ourselves to God, then God can use us. James Hudson Taylor said, the real secret of an unsatisfied life lies too often in an unsurrendered will. When you will not do what God tells you to do, you become very unsatisfied. And life holds nothing for you. People write to me and they say to me, Angus, I want to commit suicide. I've lost the joy. I don't want to live anymore. You know, I've made it. I've got money. I've had success. How many times do you hear of famous entertainers, famous sportsmen? When their day is over, they actually take their lives. They've got nothing else to live for. But for you and I who've met the Son of God, our will is to do what he's told us to do. Our meat, our bread, our food is to do the will of God. When I gave my life to Jesus Christ, then I started to live. What I'm doing right now, sharing the good news with you, is food for me. I want to encourage you. You may be sitting there and saying, Angus, I'm feeling down, I'm feeling sick. Go and visit somebody who's more sick than you. Somebody who's depressed. Go and pray with them. And I tell you what, I guarantee it, when you leave that home, you'll feel so much better. It's in giving that we receive. See? That's how God built us, made us, organized us. You see, God's a giver. He gave us his only begotten Son. I want to encourage you today to surrender your life, your vision, your dream to God. And you know what? He'll probably give it straight back to you. And he'll show you how to live a fulfilled life, a life of joy and peace. And what a future we have. Until next time, God bless you and goodbye.
We trust that you have been blessed by today's message. For more information, please visit angusbuchan.com.